Hello everyone, welcome to a really wild game. It's Carlsen versus Mamedyarov. It's from the Blitz section of the SuperUnited tournament, currently being played in Croatia. And Carlsen is with the white pieces and he opens with knight f3, the Rati opening. Then Mamedyarov responds with d5, g3, the King's Indian attack, and we have g6, so the double fianchetto variation of the King's Indian attack. Bishop to g2, fianchettoing the bishop. Bishop to g7, d4, and knight to f6. So we have this fianchettoed position, sort of like a mirrored effect. So we have these pawns and the fianchettoed side from both black and white. So from here we have castles from white, castles from black, and c4. So challenging the central pawn. c6. So defending this pawn, and we have knight to c3, adding even more pressure here. We have d captures on c4, e4, strengthening the centre as white, and we have b5, creating a pawn chain here from black, and we have queen to e2, bishop to a6, and we have a3. So there could be some ideas of b4, so in case this pawn pushes forwards and attacks this knight. And we have bishop back to b7, e5 challenging the knight, and the knight has the move which actually it challenges this knight on c3. Now we have e6 opening up the position. So this move here wasn't very effective. The best move you could have played was something like f5 or f6 in this position. But bishop to c8 was quite a strange move. This was not the best move to play in the position, and you've given white an advantage. Now, what happens from here is we have the threatening of a fork. So if this bishop becomes eliminated and this pawn gets recaptured, then these two pieces are in danger. So we have f6 attacking this knight, and we have knight to f7. Knight captures on c3. So the point is here, you're leaving your queen undefended, but also you are attacking this queen. Now we have pawn captures on c3, b captures, and now queen to e8, adding some pressure to this knight. Now we have a4. So in this position, white is currently winning. Even though the material is down, there is a much better position for white here. Black looks quite crammed in, so this pawn can't really move. And if you open up this too much, then you're going to get an attack from maybe the dark square bishop or even the light square bishop. So from here we have bishop captures on e6, knight to h6 with check. The point is, when this bishop captures, you invite in more pieces. So bishop captures on h6, queen to e6 with check, king to g7, bishop captures on h6 with check, king captures on h6, and we have a captures on b5, a5. So you could actually en passant this pawn, but this isn't a good move to play in this position. You could bishop b captures on c6. This is a good move to play. So we have rook moves up, so preventing this promotion, and we have both the pawns going up the board now. So it's king to g7 from the king, queen to e3, holding the pressure along this file, and there can be some threats over here. We have rook to c7, rook captures on a5, queen to d8, and we have queen to f4, rook captures on c6, d captures on c6, queen captures on a5, and now the material on the board is even. We have rook to b1, knight to a6, and now this rook is brought across, and this pawn is quite strong. Now the queen goes after this c6 pawn with queen to c5, queen to e4, defending it again with both these pieces, and we have rook to f7. So the point is this pawn can be pushed forwards, and this puts an attack on this piece. So we have queen to e6, queen to d6, bishop to d5, queen to captures on e6, bishop captures on e6, rook to f8, and now from here we have rook captures on e7 with check, king to h6, king c7 with the pawn, and it was in this position on move 34 that Mamedyarov resigned the game, as there is nothing more to be done here. So hopefully you've enjoyed this video. Please remember to like and subscribe to the channel, as I will see you in the next video.